What's up, y'all? It's time for leg day today, baby. Don't really know what I'm gonna do. Actually, I kind of do. I think it's gonna be more of a hamstring day rather than a quad day. Usually, I don't do one or the other only. I never really do that. I used to do it, and my legs actually shrunk by doing that. So, screw that. So, we're gonna mainly be doing hamstrings. We're probably going to do 2 or 3 quad exercises. Not exercises, sets. Maybe 4, maybe 5. But that's pushing it. But then definitely we're doing some hamstring exercises for sure. We're probably going to do 8 sets. 7, 6. I'm not doing the other way. But, yeah, my quads are a little sore than usual. So I should be fine. They feel a little bit better right now actually than they did. So, but I usually only do about 2 to 4 sets of hamstrings only. But since I want to kind of prioritize doing more sets, I want to still, get my sets up and stuff. So I want to hit more hamstrings since I never really do. I want to see what the higher volume feels like on my hamstrings because I usually do, like I said, 2 to 4 sets of my hamstrings, and it's also because I usually do about 8 sets of quads usually, or 5 to 8 or whatever. So I wanted to see if that's a bad thing for my hamstrings or not. Rather, am I going to be too sore to even do it the next leg day? So we'll see. We'll figure it out. But same motto: train heavy, train intense, train to failure, right? Same model every workout. Nothing really more I can say to you guys other than that. So I'll see you guys in there. First move we got is an RDO. It's one of my new staples. It kind of replaces a deadlift movement. It's just a more safer option for me personally. But kind of go a little bit heavy on this, but make sure your form is as good as it should be, because you don't want to mess your anything over your lower back or anything. But I'd recommend using a belt on this, especially if you're going to anything over 225. But I'd say around the 5 to 12 rep zone for these, because I think it feels really good on the hamstrings. So low or high reps I think is perfectly fine. Since we did 4 sets of RDOs, we're only doing 2 sets of these. But these feel good in the hamstring. Do about 3 to 8 reps. Next, we have leg extensions. Do around the 5 to 15 rep range. Train heavy. Squeeze the top, slowing the weight down. Get a good contraction. Next, we have calf raises, turn around the 5 to 15 rep range. I can't officially do calf raises just yet
because my Achilles is still messed up a little bit. But train heavy and hard. They're always working throughout your day because you're walking throughout your day. So calves, you need more work. So train them heavy, like I said. Just train multiple sets, I think. You can do them multiple times throughout the week, too. You don't have to just do them twice a week. And I think the optimal way to grow your calves is probably doing 3 to 4, maybe 5, maybe 6 times a week. But always leave a little rest in there. Last movement, we just have a leg press. I usually don't do this at the end, but I just feeling like I could do a little bit more. I wanted to go a little crazy, so train heavy with these, obviously. Train around, if you can, around the 4 to 8 rep range. Just get strong with these. Yeah, just a great movement overall.
Howdy, howdy. I'm done. As you can see, I am so tired. Dude, my hats, I've been leaving these red marks on my forehead. It makes me look like a tomato, and it low-key kind of hurts. So, like, am I going to have to stop wearing hats, chat? I might for just a couple of days or whatever. I look like I just took a shower, dude. I'm, like, so sweaty. Which is a good thing, right? Because for some reason, like, my other lifts, like chest, or sometimes, like, back, not as much, but, like, chest, I don't really sweat that much. Like, even if I'm pushing myself to the limit, it might be because, like, it's the weight rather than, like, the intensity. Because I swear, like, when I do legs, obviously I'm doing the most weight usually in my week on legs because your legs are the strongest. And so I sweat a lot, right? I'm, like, doing the same intensity. You know, I think I'm, like, putting in the same effort at least, you know? So, like, I don't know why my, like, leg days would make me so much sweatier. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, that doesn't render in my brain that, like, I'd sweat less or more on my other days. So I don't know, that's like a random thought I had. I don't know if you had that experience. I remember back in the day when I was in gym class and stuff, we talked about, like, hey, do you sweat after or before or during your workouts? And I was always a kid that sweat after for some reason. Sometimes during, but mainly after. But now it's definitely during, which I never knew that's like a thing. Like, you could sweat before. Before. I'm messing up what I'm talking about, man. Real talk. But I'm a little brain fogged right now. Usually that means it's a good indicator of, hey, you pushed yourself really hard. You know, you lost a couple of brain cells and you popped up some blood vessels. But hey, it's a good thing in the gym world, you know, because that means you're pushing yourself truly. But dude, every time I want to get motivated as fuck, because a lot of times in the gym, I'm not super motivated, right? I'm disciplined, right? It's just a habit to go in the gym now, and it's non-negotiable. So it's like, it almost just turned into a routine thing. And I think you should be motivated plus, you know, disciplined, obviously, because both of those are crazy, right? If you can be motivated and disciplined, that's like the best combo. And I've had it a few times, like, very well. And I'm always pushing myself in the gym. I have a great time doing it, but a lot of times when I'm motivated, dude, I watch those Diamond Gym workouts, dude. I don't care if anybody says they're corny or whatever, dude. The whole thing about their workouts, their purpose, is literally the mental side of working out. How far can you push yourself mentally, right? I do agree, like I've said in the past, a lot of the stuff they do in their workouts are kind of dumb. Like, if you literally can't do a single, not even half rep of a workout, of an exercise or whatever, you're more likely just not doing anything but using momentum to get the weight down. And then at a certain point, what is it equivalent to? Yeah, it's mental strength, sure, but at the other point, it's like, you're not really gaining anything by doing that. You're probably going to gain a hernia, but, like, I don't know. It's just like, if I went to one of their workouts, right? Like, if I did one of their workouts and I did the hunchback on my deadlifts, I would probably have a broken back. Like, on all seriousness, I remember doing 225 in my old gym, and I was just doing forearm deadlifts, and I hurt my back. Tell me how that works. And then I see these guys in the gym who do these hunchback, whatever, and, they don't hurt themselves at all. I don't get it, all right? That's one thing that my back and my body just... I never used to get injured, but I think I'm more built for, like injury-wise and, like, injury-prone-wise, I'm more built for basketball than I am weightlifting, right? Because I haven't got injured seriously on anything in, like, forever. But I might, like, hurt my back a little bit or something and might have to take a day off from the gym because my back is, like, it's hard to sit or, like, hard to get up or something. That's happened a couple of times. But basketball, I remember I used to, like, damn near sprain my ankle, and it would have no effect on me. Like, I would twist that shit, nothing. And now it's like, if I do one little thing wrong in the gym, I'm out. No, not really. It's just, I don't know if it depends on my diet or if it's just, I don't know. I mean, I might just have better form now because I haven't got injured from doing something in the gym for a little while. Knock on wood. There's no wood in my car, but yeah. But I've been thinking about going on BBC 157 because I've heard so many benefits from it. And I mean, I don't have any crazy injuries or anything like that. My shoulders, they sometimes hurt a little bit when I'm doing certain movements, like my rotator cuff a little bit, and then my neck. But it's more just like my neck one, I mean, I wouldn't say they're soreness pains because they're definitely pains, but they're not like excruciating or I can't do anything about it, which I stretch for them. And a lot of times I don't feel them. But like, I'm thinking, what if I take BBC 157 and then I like just never get injured again? Like, that sounds awesome. Because I know Mike from the Trent Twins, he had that pec injury and he was taking BBC 157 and he also he had surgery and stuff because he tore his pec. But he literally got back in the gym, I think, and started benching in like the first 2 months, a month, or something crazy. I don't know. It was kind of crazy when I saw that happen because it was like, I remember seeing that on TikTok before it went on their page, and I was like, there's no way that he actually got injured. But, he was benching 600 pounds and barely any rest, didn't eat well that day, he said, so just, it all accumulated to kind of just that. But if I was Mike, dude, I'd be so scared to bench ever again. Like, there's a reason why I don't do deadlifts or anything, because I'm so injury prone to it, and like, I don't want to take the risk. But like, I never like hurt anything so bad where I had to get surgery or just had to take weeks off in the gym, and he had to take like a month off or weeks off or however long, and he tore his pec. I'd never bench again. But obviously it's the Trent Twins, and for one, they're maniacs, and two, their whole thing is kind of like the compound lifts because they were power lifters, and I don't know what they do nowadays, but they're like power lifter bodybuilders. What are those? Power builders? Yeah, power builders. My thing about that is I'd focus on one or the other. I think as a bodybuilder, I should focus on getting stronger, obviously, but not on compound movements. Compound movements aren't going to really equivalent to much for me. Other than maybe like a squat. Okay. My whole thing about it is there's just better movements than all those, right? Deadlift is its own thing, but that's why I do RDLs, because I'm getting that deadlift kind of squeeze at the top, but I'm getting more of a stretch on my hamstrings, and I'm not slamming the weights and then picking them back up. So there's more emphasis on hypertrophy, or hypertrophy, whatever, how you ever say it, right? There's more emphasis on that. And then with bench, if I really wanted to do flat bench, I'll get dumbbells or a machine press, get a better stretch and better squeeze at the top. Same with squat. I think personally, squat is probably one of the better ones in there, but I just feel hack squats or a pendulum squat better, right? So it's all kind of, but at the end there too, I felt so weak, way weaker than usual. I'm pretty sure it was the leg press that I used, because I've never used that leg press that I used today. I only used 6 plates on each side because the 2 beginning plates were 100 at pounds each, and those things are heavy. Like, those things are heavy, man. But yeah, I mean, I usually, like I said, I stopped doing leg press because I was too strong on it and I had to take too many plates off. But today, for one, they had the 100-pound plates, so that's dope. And two, it was my last movement of the day, and I did a set, and then it was great. You know, I was pushing myself on that set, you know. The only thing that sucks about it is leg press, everyone goes heavy, and it's like, okay, this guy in the truck in front of me is kind of an idiot. He was in the other lane on a circle kind of thing, whatever that's called, and just passed me for whatever reason. That was kind of stupid. Got a place to be, I guess. Hey, but leg press is one of those ego lifts for me personally, and it's probably an ego lift for a lot of people because it's a thing you could do a lot of weight with. Like I said, I was doing 10, 11, 12 plates on leg press, like pretty darn easily too. You know, like 6 plates is usually a warm-up for me. And I've leg pressed with one leg 5 plates. It was only for like 4 reps or 5 reps, but still, that's significantly better than 2 legs for 6 plates, you know. But that's just all an ego thing, you know, at the end of the day. And that machine, it's weird because it was, you know how usually the handles that you like twist and you turn the shit and it locks it? Well, this one was like a lever. You'd pull it down. It was kind of cool. I kind of liked it more. You pulled it down and it unlatched. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I'm kind of rambling off about whatever now. I mean, you guys, I don't know if you guys are listening. I know one guy told me at work that he listens to my speeches in the beginning and he clicks off afterwards. He leaves a like and stuff and he subscribed. I thought that was cool. But because he doesn't really like lifting content much, which I understand. It's not everybody's thing. Definitely. Like, I have a problem with watching lifting only sometimes. Like, I'd say it's not one of the things I watch a lot because, I mean, I used to watch Sam Sulek, and I sometimes every now and then do. But it's one of those things, it's like, I'm just trying to be informative when I'm doing my lifts too for you guys. Like, that's why I don't speak during my workouts. I just kind of do the workouts and then let the workout video play out. Because I like to talk to you guys during my lifts, but usually, like, right after my lift, I can't think. The only thing, like, if I was, like, with people, maybe I would be able to talk to them because we'd have a conversation. But the only thing I can think about is to scream and yell at you guys, and I don't think that'd make a super entertaining video, and I'd look like a weirdo if I'm just screaming in the middle of the gym at a camera by myself. Like, that's a little weird. Just like a little manic mode. But, I don't even know what I'm rambling about anymore, but I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you guys for watching, especially if you guys are at the end of the video. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.